Hello there, guys, and welcome to Daily Updates. Finally, the ANC has summoned the former President Jacob Zuma to appear before the disciplinary committee to face his charges. And in the letter that was circulated, they are saying, take notice that the disciplinary hearing of the charged member will take place as follows: Tuesday, 7th of May, 2024, 10 a.m., 6th floor, boardroom, Luthuli House, Pixley, Kaseme Street, Johannesburg. It continues to say that count 1, that you are guilty of contravening Rule 25.17.17.4 of the ANC Constitution, which reads, acting on behalf of or in collaboration with a political organization or party other than an organization or party in alliance with the ANC in a manner contrary to the aims, policies, and objective of the ANC. In that, on the 16th of December 2023, you addressed the Umkhonto weSizwe Party MKP in Soweto, and you called on all South Africans to join in dislodging the ANC as the ruling party. Count 2, that you are guilty of contravening Rule 25.17.13 of the ANC Constitution, which reads, joining or supporting a political organization or party other than an organization in alliance with the ANC in a manner contrary to the aims, objectives, and policy of the ANC. In that you appeared on the list of public representative of the Umkhonto weSizwe party contrary to the rule, because the MKP is not an organization that is in alliance with the ANC. First alternative to count 2, that you are guilty of contravening rule, they mentioned the rule, and provision of Rule 25 relating to representation and pre-hearing conferences. Should you not appear at the venue on the date and time determined for the hearing or not avail yourself, the hearing will be conducted virtually, or remain in attendance when required to do so by the chairperson of the National Disciplinary Committee. The chairperson, if satisfied that you were timeously notified of such venue, date and time, or details of virtual hearing, may order that the proceeding continue in your absence. Signed at report this 11th day of April 2024. So there was enough time to notify Jacob Zuma of his charges. So what's left for him is to appear. If not appear, they're speaking about virtually. So if Zuma doesn't make himself face these charges, they are going to take decisions in his absence. Now let's go back to the issue of ANC charging Zuma and continuing to execute this disciplinary action against him on the 7th of May. I've been saying for a long time that if the ANC was listening, this was going to be conducted in a good manner. This is not a time to say that was Zuma wrong, is the ANC wrong, or who's in the right. No, this is not the time. What we should be focusing now is, what the hell is ANC trying to do by executing such an action at this time of the year? Just days before the election, you sit and say that, let us decide the fate of Jacob Zuma. Is there no individual in the ANC with the capacity that is higher to be able to say to them, relax, let Zuma do what he wants to do, let us go to the polls, let us come back if we come back as winners, let us embarrass him when we are back? Can they not do that? Because whatever they are going to be doing now gives Zuma a lot of ammunition. Let's say the disciplinary hearing sits, they find Jacob Zuma guilty, they expel him from the ANC. What they do not know is that each and every prisoner, an expelled person, even from the apartheid days, once you expel someone, you give that person more ammunition. That person becomes like a very, very big person, because you are giving all these trophies to him to say that you have a trophy of being expelled because we fear you. Then when the person goes and campaign, they know they can stay there and say that the ANC expelled me because they cannot face me, they cannot face the truth that Ramaphosa is a sellout. And the people will listen to Jacob Zuma to say that, wait a minute, Zuma is right. These people hate people who speak the truth. And in that turn, the ANC keeps on losing support because you decided to execute such a delicate issue at the last days of the elections. The days prior to the election, you decide that let us do this so that we can shame Zuma. You are not reducing the counts, the voting counts, the people, the support of the MK party. You are not reducing the support for Zuma. You are actually increasing that support. Even the people who didn't want to vote for Zuma, the people who didn't want to vote for MK, or the people who are not going to vote for it will still say, wait a minute, I'm not voting for the ANC because whatever decisions they're doing are childish. I'm going to vote for another party. Remember, not voting for MK party is fine, but not voting for ANC is worse, because if they don't vote for MK, but in turn also don't vote for ANC and go from ANC and vote for other parties, that is the death of the ANC. So in a nutshell, what the ANC should have done was to say that, leave Zuma. Let Zuma talk. We lost in that court. We lost everything 3-0. Let him go and continue. We have seen the scandal of Jabulani Khumalo. Let us capitalize on that. While that thing is making the news, let us sit back and focus on ourselves. Once we are done with ourselves and go to the polls, maybe we win by luck, by 1%. If we win, we go back quickly and say that, Zuma, you are expelled with your party. They do that. That way, they would have done a very huge thing, because Zuma is not going to resign from the ANC. Zuma knows that the only way for him to be bigger is for them to expel him. And it seems like they are playing in the hands of Jacob Zuma. And in the end, the ANC will regret every decision they've made because of replying to what Jacob Zuma is doing. Such people, you don't really answer to them. You don't really respond. You let them play their game and you play your game. But the ANC got played by Jacob Zuma. The ANC got played because after Tuesday, the reality will sink in that we have lost 3 court cases. We have won in attempting to expel Zuma, but in turn, we have lost a chunk of support. Zuma will live with the chunk of support. ANC, you are being misled by whoever was telling you. I had someone speaking about Kgalema Motlanthe who in the past said the ANC will need to lose in order for them to regroup. So people were saying, why is he not charged? Remember, Kgalema Motlanthe is in the good seat of the ANC. Forget that. That is not a big issue. The big issue of the ANC is that what do we do with Jacob Zuma? Because Kgalema Motlanthe has no threat to ANC. Zuma is the biggest threat. And that threat is not handled properly. I feel sorry for Fikile Mbalula on what he's going to say after this. I feel sorry for everyone who feels like we've got Zuma in our own hands. It is time for political parties, the opposition, to take advantage of the mistake of the ANC. They've been making mistakes since January. We've seen all their mistakes. It is the final round, the final lap. If you don't take opportunity, if you don't take advantage, you'll be lost. The ANC is giving freebies to every political party that is there in order to defeat Jacob Zuma. But it's not Jacob Zuma who's going to win alone. The opposition will together win, and ANC will look back and say that we had unqualified people, maybe people with matric, tell us what is the right procedure. They are fighting with feelings and not with their minds. And in turn, after the 29th, we're going to sing a song. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning into the channel and continuing to support the channel. I would be happy if you click that bell so that each and every time a video is dropped, it can be able to notify you so that you can watch the video. We are currently experiencing some issues because of some sinisters. So the best thing you can be doing is to just click on that bell so that you can be notified. But these elections are the best, and we are going to see some flames. We are waiting for that. Until next time, cheers.